Greetings, new drivers. Did you know that according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, from 1995 to 1998, 1,837 vehicles rolled over as a result of tire failure. Of those 1,837, 414 people died. I'm William Leggett. I'm 43 years old, and I've been driving safely for over 25 years. Operator maintenance with vehicles is anything that you do as a driver, and it's important that you learn that now, early in your driving career, if you will. Operator maintenance plays a big part in the safety and day-to-day use of your vehicle. A lot of people take it for granted, and unfortunately, a lot of people die as a result. But anyway, operator maintenance is all the things that the driver should check prior to operating the car, at least periodically, once a week, once a month, maybe some things every day. What I want to talk to you today about is tire pressure. Now, tire pressure seems a little trivial, but it's very important. Tire failure sometimes can be a result of poor tire inflation. If your inflation is too high, the heat caused by the tire rolling on the ground will make the air inside expand and possibly blow the tire out. So an over-pressurized tire is bad. A low pressurized tire will allow the tire to flex and wear uneven and possibly cause it to wear out and blow out at a very inopportune time, maybe resulting in your vehicle flipping over, and worst case, you may die. So I want to avoid that. The first thing you need to do when you check the tire pressure in your vehicle is to find out what is the pressure supposed to be. Now, a good source for finding that would be your owner's manual. You would flip through to the specifications page or go to the index and look up tire pressure. Flip to that page, it'll tell you the tire pressure, and it'll probably tell you some of the things I'm telling you right now and how to check it. Another way is to look inside the driver's door jamb, and there'll be a label there with the appropriate tire inflation specifications. Once you know what your number is, then we can press forward. But the first thing you need to know is what's it supposed to be. Secondly, you need a tire pressure gauge. This is a gauge, and I don't know how well this camera's working, but this is a gauge that if you press onto the tire, and the gauge comes out the back, an incremented slider, and depending upon where that ends, you read the highest number you can possibly read. Everything else is hidden, and that is your tire pressure. Alright, so we're going to move into actually physically checking the tire pressure. Here I have a spare tire for my boat trailer. It has everything a normal car tire does. One thing we want to key in on is the valve stem. It's the one single thing that's sticking out of the edge of the rim. On that is a cap. That cap removes by twisting it counterclockwise. Once you have the cap off, put it in a location that you'll remember. Keeps dirt and debris from getting in the valve stem and possibly preventing proper inflation and or resulting in tire failure. Then we take the gauge we talked about earlier, place it on the valve stem, press, read the gauge, and this tire is inflated to 40. 40 is our number. 40 is the number I'm looking for on my spare tire for my trailer. Make sure that the number that coincides with your vehicle is what you're looking for, plus or minus 3 psi. Once you're done, replace the valve stem cap. In the event that your pressure is not proper, you need to have your tire serviced, either inflated or deflated till it meets the proper number. If you're not well versed in that, I would suggest visiting a local shop and having a professional do it, because that has an entire set of potentially dangerous topics or threats, if you will, that a novice would want to avoid. So seek, professional help if you don't feel comfortable with it. In closing, I would like to say, bear with me. computer tried to sleep on me. In closing, I'd like to say that safety is the big message here. As new drivers, it's hard to sidestep safety, but you need to realize that it's important. You don't want to die. Your family doesn't want you to die. And we all want to keep you here, whether we know you or not. To recap, find your number, owner's manual, door jamb, get a gauge at an auto parts store, convenience store. They're readily available. Walmart has them. Learn how to read the gauge. Remove the valve stem cap. Place the gauge onto the valve stem. Press it in. Read the gauge. Compare it to the number you want, plus or minus 3. Put the cap back on. We're done. If there's no questions, I want to sign off for now. Thank you for your time.